Well, we are looking at possibly one of the biggest days of the year, and honestly speaking, with the kind of gap down that you had yesterday morning, if you would have told that the Nifty would be at 17,765 in a matter of one day, and nobody would have believed that. But that's what the markets do, right? From yesterday's low, which was well below 17,200, to where we are right now, once again, almost getting to 17,800, just stunning. Nimesh is joining us for D Street Chatter. Nimesh, is this driven by FI buying? I mean, what's happened today?
So a couple of factors I believe has worked in India's favor. One, of course, the lack of selling intensity from the larger FIs, and the fact that there is a lot of left out filling. In fact, I was with some large investors, and even the largest investors, the HNIs were having a bit of a left out feeling that they didn't participate in a very large way in the last in a few weeks of move. So there is clearly that factor which is playing out, and now people want to just chase and buy whatever they can. As I said, there is lack of intensity from the larger FIs, so that's been reported in the numbers as well. Even yesterday we saw a very small FI sell number despite a large sell-off in the Indian market. So that shows that there is lack of selling intensity from the larger FIs, and of course the DIs continue to participate. I guess today's move is across the board. Of course, it's led by financials, because there I believe there is a bit of short covering as well. But look at the broader markets. The mid cap is up 2%, the small cap is up 3%. And across the board, there is good amount of buying interest, and largely today's move is in the domestic facing companies. So cement is doing good, real estate stocks are doing good, financials as a basket has done really well in today's trade. So that's where the big interest seems to be. The domestic cyclicals and the domestic facing companies is where a lot of interest seems to be. But as I said, two reasons: one, a lack of selling intensity, and the fact that many have not participated in this up move is leading to a bit of a panic buying as well from the larger HNIs in the broader markets.
Nimesh, are we going to see a large chunky flow number, FI positive number today?
It doesn't look like, Prashant, and the reason for that is, as I said in the morning as well, there is an MSCI rebalancing wherein the India weight goes down by marginal basis points, which will lead to a sell flow of close to $300 billion. So net of that, you may not see a very large sell figure from the larger FIs. What I'm saying is there is lack of large selling in the open market outside of the MSCI flow. So that's helping the market. Not much selling coming in from the larger institutions, and the HNIs have become active now, is leading to a big rush towards 17,800 on the Nifty.
And what about individual stocks, Nimesh?
Well, there are a lot of names to start with. I'll start with the large cap stock, which is Tata Motors. That's buzzing in trade, largely on back of strong buy flow. So the delivery volumes are going to be quite high, and I understand a couple of long only funds seems to be quite active in Tata Motors today. So that's the first one. The second stock is Surya Roshni, been buzzing off late. This week the stock is up over 25%, and there is goodish amount of buying from the HNI desk as well. The big buzz is that maybe you're going to hear a big corporate development in this company very soon. So that's something to do with Surya Roshni. That's the second stock. The third stock is Spandana Spurti. Again, in today's trade, it's up 5%, buzzing in trade. The big buzz is that there's going to be a large block deal very soon, and potentially a clean out trade from the erstwhile promoter, and hence a bit of action in this particular stocks. That's the third one. And the last stock is HBL Power System. Again, buzzing in trade has been buzzing off late. It's been consolidating as well. Even here, the buzz is that there's going to be a large block deal. A venture capitalist who owns almost 10% stake is likely to be a potential seller. And once that's cleaned out, you'll see a big move in that stock as well. And hence, even HBL Power System has been buzzing in trade today.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that.